What's up, people? It's Mo Tuesday 13. I don't know what the hell is going on here, man. I was just chilling around Skyrim, right? And then these Imperials, it just took me. And I was like in this room with this guy, like, named, like, Stormcloak? I don't know. But they were just about to execute me. And then, out of nowhere, this dragon, it just came out of nowhere and just started wreaking havoc. I had to get out of there. I had to. Right now I'm in a room with one of the people that helped me, and I just gotta get this out right now. I'm not sure how long it's gonna last, or if this thing can even hold against the dragon. Like, I thought they were gone. I'm kinda scared right now. Got my trusty longsword, of course. So I'm gonna get this review out for you guys so you can know what to do in the land of Skyrim. What's up, people? Mo Tuesday 13 back again, and this time with one of the greatest reviews, one of the greatest games in all of history. That's right, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Now, if you don't have it, that's a big mistake, and you need to get it, and here's the reason why. Now, let's just start off with the graphics. Now, the graphics of this game are so beautiful. Now, let me tell you, when I first put into the game, I was just like blown away from the graphics. I knew how good the game was going to look from like all the videos that I watched continuously, all like the gameplay videos, but I just couldn't believe it. My eyes were even having trouble like focusing on what I needed to focus on, because I was just like too busy trying to look at things in the background, too busy trying to look at things on the ground, like trying to look at my character. It's just too good. The graphics in this game blow Oblivion out the water. I swear to God, this game makes Oblivion look like a PS2 game, because it is just beautiful. The foliage, the environment, like looking into the distance and seeing that mountain that you can climb, it is just so beautiful. Everything in this game is just like the character models, the weapon models, the item models, everything in this game is top notch. They put so much detail into the graphics. You're not gonna have any qualms in it. To say that this game has like weak graphics or another game has better graphics, you're not seeing the full picture of what this game is. This game is like fully rendered in everything, not just like certain places. This game is great. Now let's just go into the environment. Now the environment is pretty much Skyrim. We know Skyrim is in the mountain areas of the entire world that is the Elder Scrolls, and there is a lot of snow, there is a lot of greenery still, even with all that snow. And like, I love how the weather changes. At one moment it could be raining, it could be coming down so hard, and then all of a sudden like the light comes out and the sun like blows away all the clouds, or then maybe like a blizzard just comes out of nowhere while you're walking up a mountain and making your visibility a little bit harder to see. And like, it's just so great in this game. And then of course there's all the towns, the small villages, the major cities, the caves, the broken ruins, everything about this game. Like even the enemies and even the people that are like just walking around the town, like the environment is so surreal for this. It's just like you are in the world of Skyrim. There's nothing in this that's going to take you out of that immersive greatness that is the environment. Like even walking to a town, it's like, even though in Oblivion I was like, oh man, I never want to walk to a town, but in this you want to walk just to see everything that happens. Like I remember when I was walking out from that first area for after you start in the beginning, and I was just like walking around looking at everything and seeing like foxes and rabbits just like coming out of the brush and like running across the road. It was just great. Like the atmosphere of this game is so perfect for what it's trying to do. The best. It just blows every other Elder Scrolls out of the water. It's just so good. It's just so good. Okay, so let's get down to the controls. The controls for this game are pretty much like all the rest of the Elder Scrolls, and but there's a little bit of differences. So I'm gonna talk about the differences and give you guys a rundown of the controls. The controls are, attack with the R1, or if you put a weapon in the L1 of your left hand, then you can use that. You can dual wield and all that good stuff, and you can use it for block. And the L1 is like your additional item, because you're gonna have your weapon in your right hand, or maybe you want your weapon in your left hand. Who knows? But it depends on how you feel. If you're left-handed and you like using your left hand, hey, you can do it in this game, and that's what makes this game great. And we also have a new sprint button, which takes away from your stamina, which is a pretty good thing, because I didn't even notice it was in the game until like 2 hours in. I was like, wait a minute, you can sprint in this game? Oh, okay, props. It just got up so much better. And then of course you got your R2, which you put to your powers, like say for the red guard it'd be adrenaline rush, or you can use your shouts for it, which is very good. We'll get into the shouts later. And you have your talking, picking up things, going into your menu with a circle button, or going into your quest items and the options for the game, hitting the start button, and this game is still just top notch on the controls. I mean, it's pretty much the average controller for and first person or third person, which third person looks really good now. It actually looks like it can do something for a game like this. So I mean, easy controls. Once you learn them, you'll be pretty good, and you won't have any qualms with that. But now we come down to the mass amount of this game that is the gameplay. Now, this is the reason people play this game. I mean, it is just so vast in what you can do in this game. So we're just gonna have to try to break it down and like get into this time frame. So, as Skyrim, you know, it's the game where you start off, you create your character, creating your character how you want to do, male, female, Redguard, Nord, Dumrar, Wood Elf, Dark Elf, whatever you want to do, and they each have their own special perks, you know, like powers that they can use, and special resistances or abilities that they have innate to that class, and they also get little boosts to their skills, to certain skills, depending on which class you pick. So, you know, get a rundown of that, pick out your person, and then after that, it just goes into free roam. It's not like Oblivion, where you have to pick 7 skills, and then you have to level up those skills to level up your character. No, and then like, I mean, even in Oblivion, like, the other skills that you didn't make as your regular skills, that thing sucked because you couldn't even upgrade them. It was just too hard. I mean, it was pointless even. In this game, this allows you to create the character that you want to create. Say you want to do one-handed, but then you don't like that one-handed, so you're going to go to the two-handed, or the two-handed sword. I mean, you can still level it up the way it would be normally. I mean, as long as you're using the move or doing the action, it'll level up. So you could be an enchanter one-handed swordsman, or maybe you want to be an archer destruction mage, or maybe you want to be a sneaking pickpocket mage. I mean, you can do whatever you want in this game. And the greatest thing about that is that when you level up, when you get enough points to level up your character, then you can actually go into deeper into those systems that are like lockpicking, one-handed, two-handed, all this stuff, and you can actually get little nuances that can make it better. Like for the one-handed, you can like get stronger one-handed skills, or maybe you want to go into the axes, or maybe you want to go into the swords, or maybe you want to go into the maces, but then maybe you want to get more critical strike, or maybe you want to be able to have your shield do a harder bash against your enemies, or maybe you want to get more powerful with your magic, you know, get more restoration abilities, or maybe get more destruction abilities, or maybe able to pick locks better. This game leaves it up to you. It is all up to you how you want to make your character, and that's just the greatest thing ever. I mean, this pretty much is what I thought Oblivion was going to give us. But now that we have Skyrim, screw Oblivion. It's still a good game. If you haven't played it, get it, buy it, play it, own it. But Skyrim just blows it out the water. It is the epicness that is what you are, the freedom of what you can do. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff in this game. You can even cook. You can make your weapons better using smithing. You can make potions like you could in Oblivion. And it just doesn't even stop there. I mean, the quests that you can do, like the random quests, like you can even come up to people. There's like a little tab called miscellaneous, and like say you talk to somebody, and like you don't know if it's true. It's just a rumor. So you put in your miscellaneous quest until you actually get something that goes on to a major quest. And it's just so great. The way the map looks also, that's a great map. I mean, that's probably one of the greatest maps I've ever seen in any game. I mean, the way it has like that 3D motion to it, and it's a pretty big world, and there's going to be a lot to explore. So there, as we know, there's sort of over 300 plus hours in this game. 300 plus hours of single player RPG, fantasy, sword and shield action. If that's what you want, and that's what you're getting. And it's just probably one of the greatest games I've ever played to date. It's just so good in what it can do. The fighting's good. The fighting, like, you can have companions with you, and you can have like reputations for like different cities, so that maybe the guards will like turn away. And of course, you know, there are the guilds. There are the guilds, the Thieves Guilds, the Dark Brotherhood, the Champions, which replace the Fighters, and the Mages College. And hell, there's even a Bard's College if you want to go there. I mean, maybe learn some music. I don't know. I haven't been there. I've only gotten like 30 hours in this game, and that's only like 10% of what this entire game can give you. Like 10%, 30 hours, 10%. Are you kidding me? That is just too ridiculous. So now we come to the story. You are Dragonborn. First, in the beginning of the story, you coming up, you're going to your execution. You don't know why, they don't know why, but hey, they're not going to discriminate against you dying. So boom, you do that. You're about to get your head chopped off by this executioner who I want to find and kill, but I think he died in the whole ensuing because the dragon came. A dragon out of the cut. And then in the ensuing madness, that's when you escape. And you can either escape with this one dude or this other dude. I'll leave it up to you to choose because, you know, in times like this, it's all up to you. And after that, it just goes into the greatness that is Skyrim. You have to figure out, why are you a Dragonborn? What is this power that you are able to use with the voice and the shout, like that voice, you know what I'm talking about. And you have to go up to the throat of the world, see the people who are masters of the voice, and like try to figure out why these dragons are here and what part you play in the role of Skyrim and what you can do about it. I mean, there is so much conflict going around. There's the Stormcloaks versus the Imperials. They're going at it because the Stormcloaks are like, hey man, we want to control our own country. But the Imperials are like, no, you gotta follow our laws of the whole entire empire. And they're like, nah, we're not gonna play that. So then the opening act of this is that the Stormcloak killed the king of the Imperial area of the Skyrim. And so everybody's looking for this dude. You see him in the beginning, but I haven't seen him yet. So maybe I have to join the Stormcloaks or join the Imperials to actually, pick sides. And I haven't picked a side yet. So I'm just gonna wait on that because I joined the Dark Brotherhood, and with the Dark Brotherhood there is no side. There's only payment in blood, and that's what I like to do. So if I have to give this game some sort of rating, I don't even think you really need to make me say this out loud, but I'm going to do it. It's like a perfect 10. This game is it's pretty much like the Metal Gear Solid of Skyrim, or the Metal Gear Solid 4 of Skyrim, because everybody knew Metal Gear Solid 4 was going to be good, and then when it came out, it was better than everybody thought, and that's what Skyrim is. Skyrim, everybody knew it was going to be good, everybody knew it was going to be great, but then it came out, and it was just fucking awesome, and that's what Skyrim is. If you don't have it, get it. I mean, if what I just said doesn't make you want to get this game, then obviously you're not going to want to play this game. But for all those people that do want to try to get it, get it. It is one of the greatest games you have. You will spend hours just exploring the world, doing quests, talking to people. It's just really immersive game, and you can get down with it. So this is Mo Tuesday signing out. Look forward to more, man, and I'll definitely look forward to more of you guys.